What up, YouTube? What up, Insta? What's up, Michelle? Hi, beautiful, badass, creative. All right, loves, welcome. Do we have any newbies? I have not been posting much. Let's give some hearts. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Welcome to Soul Circle. If you all have been here before, and if you are new, I'm Sarah Delane, the Conscious Lifestylist. I help answer your questions on conscious relationships. Fridays, what's up? We do conscious business now. So we're going to throw down some cards for sure, because that always helps solidify, validate everything that comes through. So how's everybody feeling? Thank you for the hearts. I love those. I love those. Make them stream. Make them stream. Hit the button. I love it. I love it. Okay. Yeah, did you guys see that meme? There was like a meme with like the Lauryn Hill quote floating around. So I was like, all right, let's jam out on some Lauryn Hill. How's everybody doing? Who is dancing around your apartment aside from Libby? What's up, Sonia Trente? Yes, I love the hearts. Thank you, babes. Brunchy conscious business. Yes, do you know, honey? So I started doing it a couple weeks ago. Conscious business. So Soul Circle, conscious relationships, Tuesdays at 7. You guys know we've been doing this for 2.5 years. Conscious business is now Fridays at 5. Sorry, Fridays at 4. So those of you that want to build, brand, and market your online business, any questions that you have for that? Quick little shout out. If you don't know about my Confidence for Camera free masterclass, you're going to want to check the link in the bio. That's for everybody who wants to be able to bring yourself out online. If you have a business, if you're an entrepreneur, service provider, all that, and you need to feel a little bit more confident doing this kind of jam, or on Facebook or on YouTube, in order to get your message out there and help the people who need you the most. Free masterclass, link in my bio. I am doing May 2nd, a half-day workshop. So check out the masterclass if that's of interest to you. And you'll have the link and all that fun stuff in there. Violet Briggs, hi, baby. So excited for you, girl. I got your message that you completed Reviving Radiance, and I cannot wait to connect with you and see how you're loving all of your transformative modules. All right. Favorite band and artist of all time. Is that a question? Is that a question? All time. All time. Oh, gosh, that's a difficult one. All right, we'll go old school. Led Zeppelin. Let's be real. Yes, conscious business, it's on Insta. All right, so since we're doing, what's up, YouTube as well? Oh my gosh, you guys. I have been cocooning. I've been busting my ass, doing lots and lots of fun creative stuff during this pandemic that we're still in. Can we just talk about for a second, okay? Started laughing my ass off because apparently now, in case you didn't know already, it's official. Aliens are real. It's official. According to CNN, according to the announcement of the government, because anything they say is accurate. Can I get in trouble for saying that? I don't know. Just thought that was hilarious. Now they're officially mentioning, guess what? Aliens are real. Yeah, we've been in communication with them. Like, what else is I literally, you guys, please hear my heart on this, because I know there's this part of me that is like, yes, it's very serious what's going on. And then a couple weeks ago, those of you who were on Soul Circle, you know, the tiny little like, let it slip, that I was like, this other part of me, my conspiracy side, is like, are we in the biggest hoax that has ever been put on in the world ever? Like, it sort of feels like this, okay, it's serious. And then now we keep coming out with, the nurses are like, they're killing people. This is not right, right? Like, all of this stuff is coming out. and now aliens. It's like the next best thing. I'm like, what else is there? Like, what could be next? And what is this for? Is this literally like, keep them distracted, keep them watching TV? Come on, just keep them on the programming so that we can blast some, you know, like brainwashing frequencies at them. Like, is that what it is? So it's like, okay, and then maybe misdirection, like stop focusing on the coronavirus, just, for a little bit, like focus over here on aliens. It's like, there's shit going down in the world when some catastrophe with the Kardashians like goes down, so that we all look over at the Kardashians. Like, who watches that? I don't know. Right. And now it's like, look over the aliens. Don't look over here. Right. Look over at the aliens. Like, they're trying to manage this shit. Like, what the fuck is going on? Seriously, is anybody asking themselves this question yet? Is it just me? Is it just me? Like, what the fuck is going on? The next thing is like alien invasion. Like, the streets are clear, right? They're getting, it's like, oh, the wildlife can walk on the street now because we're not walking on it. The next thing we're going to see fucking green men walking down the street. I swear that's going to be the next like viral video or something like that. Like, aliens seen on the streets of New York. Like, check it out. What the fuck? Seriously? What the fuck? What is going on? Everything is coming out of the works right now. The conspiracy theorists are turning into conspiracy fact. Okay. Any belief systems that you have, we're all diving into our shadows so that we can wipe those out. Some people are clinging on to them with dear life. Can we say hashtag cognitive dissonance like a mother? What's next? Right? Aliens on dating apps? Like, what the fuck? What's next? I don't understand. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Catherine. Pedophile rings, the pandemic, aliens. So I'm laughing and, right, there's a lot of this weird stuff, right? Like the pedophile rings, there's a lot of that weird shit and the devil worshiping and just, there's a lot of weird shit. Yeah. And it's all coming out. And so it's all like everything's coming up to the surface. And then for a lot of people, not saying the people here in Soul Circle, right? But for a lot of people, they're clinging on to the thing that then they know the most or that feels safe. And it's like, this is our opportunity. This is so our opportunity to not look into the past anymore, not cling on to something that maybe you like, not to cling on to cognitive dissonance, right? Not to wishy-washy between like, oh, is it this or is it that? It's like, focus on the future of what you want to create. And right now, if you have to imagine it, anything can come true because anything is coming out of the fucking woodworks anyway. So just use your best imaginary self and be like, what kind of life do I fucking want? What kind of relationships do I want? And if it's not that, get the fuck out. If it's not that, done. We don't have time anymore. Why? Because aliens are about to inhabit the earth. I can't sometimes. Like, people are dying and aliens are coming. Is anybody listening? Like, are we so numb that is not just like a serious WTF moment? Are we not in a movie? Did somebody like hit us all over the head and we're really sleeping, or like we jumped a timeline or something? We're in a movie, right? We're in a different parallel universe somewhere. We're all like, any worst thing that could happen, not saying aliens are the worst thing, it's probably the best fucking thing that could possibly happen right now. Let's just be real. That's the second coming. Ladies and gentlemen, it's aliens. You're welcome. They're here. That's called consciousness. Higher consciousness just descended down. That's the second coming. Here you are. Trump is the Antichrist. Aliens are the second coming. Like, I can't. I peed my pants earlier. Like, I'm like, and I'm not making fun of the fact that there's some serious shit. And yet there's some really fucking, like, can it get any weirder? Can it get any weirder? And it's making so many people freak out. Don't lose your shit. Help anybody who is losing their shit. They're acting, everybody's putting on this mask like everything's good, everything is good, everything is good. Meanwhile, they're freaking the fuck out. On one level, I think it's great. On one level, I think it's an amazing situation because it's literally cracking all of our dogmatic fucking bullshit of anything that we've had in the past so that we can focus on the future of what we want. But we have to be the ones who are going to lead toward the future of what we want and not get trapped in fear and not make stupid fucking excuses and not make projections and actually get into our hearts of vulnerability, say what we want, follow our actions, do it, show up. Let's create something better. Can that happen? Pretty sure the aliens are going to help us now. I'll be the first. I'll be like, call me at home. Like, let's chill. Okay. Let's have a convo. Okay. I'll be the first out on the line. Let's go. Hang on, let me check when you guys. Are you laughing at me? I hope you're all laughing. I hope you're laughing because if we're not laughing, it looks really weird. Like, could you imagine? Just take yourself like above and imagine that this is a movie. Imagine you're watching a movie right now, right? Are you on the edge of your seat yet? It's like, what's the plot twist? Because surely, I don't know who created this story, right? But like, this needs to get rewritten real fucking quick because it's our opportunity to actually do that. Blast out anything. What is ACIM? Please type that out for me. Like, blast out anything. Have the courage to say, you know what? Anything that I thought before, anything that I believed before is about to get rewritten in a real way. And if we all let that happen, I believe that there is going to be such an amazing opportunity for us to all collectively come together like we have never before. No religious, dogmatic, separative bullshit. It's all one higher consciousness, all love. No like judgment on you're this, you're that, you're an alien, you're human. Like, can we remove that now? Like, right? None of it. Go. Like, all of it. Done. What does it say? A Course in Miracles. I don't know. What does it say? First of all, I want us to try the spaceships. Girl, me too. Okay. Only while I was astral traveling. I feel like this is going to be like a little bit of a galactic conversation. Okay. It's relationships. It's relationships. If you have some relationship questions, please write them down. Like, just don't ask me about sex with aliens. Okay. Let's keep that. Can we just all agree? Can we keep that conversation out of this? Because I usually only like to talk about things that I know about. And I mean, I don't know. What is this? Alien Kiki? I don't know. We're just living in a weird version of The Sims. Could be. I love that you. Okay. Didn't Elon Musk and the Elon Musk in a living simulation? We might very well be. I don't know. Has anybody ever felt like they were jumping timelines before? Right. I'm going to get into like galactic. This might go a little galactic nerdy. Sarah hasn't gone super galactic nerdy. Usually I try to keep it pretty grounded. Okay. What can I say? I lived in Sedona for 3 years. Okay. I went on the Vortex. I probably went on the spaceship. There is shit out there that you will never, well, you might believe it now because it's on CNN. So congratulations. We can all believe in aliens now. You guys go watch the documentary on YouTube. It's fucking amazing. Okay. You're so ready for aliens. Yes. Like ready to be abducted. No, come down here. Come the F down here and upgrade our shit because God knows we need it. Let's just be real. Okay. Give us some other frequency aside from all the negative EMFs that are blasting by 5G. Okay. If anybody is going to be able to help us with that, it's going to be the aliens. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say about that. All right, yes, hearts on that. Exactly. We asked for the truth and we might, sorry, this thing is shaking underwear. Okay. And we might not like it, but we fucking got it. Oh my God, I gotta pause it. It pauses every time I talk about aliens. All right. Let me scroll down to you guys. We're funny, fucked up little humans. And I say that with so much love. And yet at the same time, we haven't really been doing things very well. Let's just kind of put the truth on the table, right? Our relationships are crap. There's no wonder why like mental wellness is such a high conversation right now. It's no wonder why, divorce rates and, dating apps and like it's all like nobody's give some hearts if you're just like, it could be better. We can do better. We could put in a little bit more effort. We could treat humans a little bit better than just like disposable bodies, whether they're dying from coronavirus or whether it's just how we treat each other in relationships. We could put in, I'm going to go so far to say we could put in a lot more fucking effort. We've been slacking. Let's just be real, because it hasn't been a high value. Most people in relationships don't even know what their values are, let alone communicate them, let alone stand by them. Or they're like confused about them. It's like, oh, I want this, oh, but I want that. Cognitive dissonance, right? Cognitive dissonance. That's like cognitive dissonance gets to be blown out of the water this week because aliens are here. Okay. No longer does it exist. And it hasn't been a value. Human connection hasn't been a value. We say it. We say all these things that we want. And yet it hasn't been like it. We haven't been putting it on the hell yes, absolutely, without a doubt list. If we have, then we wouldn't have so many videos on how do I strengthen my boundaries in relationships, or why do I keep giving my boundaries away, or why am I, what's up, ladies? Why am I like so loyal to others and I keep attracting people who are not loyal to me? That wouldn't be a thing if we've all been approaching our relationships with high level values, because that says that we haven't been approaching ourselves with high level values. We gave up on ourselves. Just being real. How are we going to treat anybody the way that we want to be treated if we're not treating ourselves the way that we want to be treated? And if it takes fucking aliens to come down here and like snap us all the fuck out of it, awesome. I am so down for that. Let's go. I'll meet you at the beach. That's why they're open now. Meaning like nobody's on it. I don't know if they're open yet. Okay. What's up, Teely Dubs? What's up, Bella? Shout out to my girls in Soul Circle membership. Okay, that's another quick thing. I'm doing weekly laser coaching calls. So if you guys want to be part of the membership, we had a really badass call today. No, we got some really, I think you ladies got some good, juicy, yummy nuggets. So I'm doing in Zoom, right? Group. So everybody gets to see each other, right? Group laser coaching weekly. Super affordable. So the link for that is in the bio. Sign up for next Tuesdays. It's at noon Pacific Standard Time. All right, questions. I guess this explains your dream a few nights ago. Well, girl, you're intuitive as fuck. What's going on? Where there was a purple alien with feathers and it was smiling and waving at you. Okay, cool. Well, like ask it to come down. Ask it to come down. I remember sitting in the backyard in Sedona and just literally like we would watch the alien, like the spaceships across the sky. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. You can't think I'm crazy anymore. It's out. It's out. I feel like we all can't be called crazy on it anymore. And they weren't satellites. You got to know the difference between the satellites. Okay. Go look up CNN aliens. It's out there. And then watch the documentary. Super awesome. How do you deal with doubt regarding our ideal partner and the city we live in? I feel like my partner isn't in Miami. Oh, girl. Okay, great question. So how do you deal with doubt? Is the doubt like, are you ever going to meet them? Is that like, because you're like, I don't think that they're here? I said this earlier today too, okay? Somebody, I don't know if I should do it. Like, I feel like this might have already be happening, okay? Like, we've all been doing Zoom meetings and stuff like that. Somebody needs to do like a group Zoom dating, right? Or like a relationship class, and then just all the singles can like hold up a sign or something, you know, in like the city that you're from. So dealing with doubt, I'm going to tap into you like a little bit intuitively. So see if this resonates for you. When it comes to your partner, if distance is a thing, right, then just see how this might resonate for you. If distance is a thing, then, and therefore, then there's like this gap, right? No matter how far it is. But if we were to kind of take that in like the energetics, there's an energetic gap. So if there's an energetic gap, which means it can't show up to you. Who's banging? The aliens are here. I was like, come over, guys. And they, okay, I'm joking. So I don't know what that is. Anyway, I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's like a huge banging downstairs. Anyways, okay. So when it comes to doubt, if there is a gap, hang on, Adam. I don't know. If there's an energetic gap, every time I keep talking, there's like massive banging. Ground's here. If there's an energetic gap, right? It could be the thought that they're not there because you don't know. There's something about your intuition that is like you don't feel that your partner is in Miami, right? So that tells me that there's something about your mindset, but either way, there's an energetic gap. So if we were to take out the story, take out whether you believe that they're there or not, take out like the what you're making it mean that they're not, there's an element of, there's an energetic gap, right? So there could be an element of what you're not wanting to yet receive because the partner would be that potential, right? And then when you can get super clear on that and shift that, that would allow the open space for them to show up. Because I'm a believer, and if you, right, I think, Michelle, you might be relatively new to hearing me, but okay, but you guys all hear me. The whole soulmate twin flame concept, it's a wonderful concept. The aliens are going to like wipe that one out too with their lasers. Seriously, what if your soulmate was an alien? Like, I'm just being real. Like, pretty sure my soulmate, like, it might be on another planet. And I just said it. Wow. So I've been spunky all day. Okay. So no filter today. Just give me that grace. All right. If you can get in touch with what that is, right? What that potential like block, or space would be, right? Of you not receiving it. Something that they would represent, that if you could have that, then that would mean what, right? Because there's some subconscious conversation that you could be having, see if it resonates, that you could be having that says, oh, if my partner shows up, then I don't know, I'll have to give up something maybe. I don't know. I'm running a little intuitive. This would be much deeper, right? If I knew the specifics on it. But going back to the twin flame / soulmate thing, it's like, I am a believer that you can have, it's an energy connection. You can have an energetic connection with anyone who vibrates at your level, which is a key component in all relationships, because the goal in relationships is to keep growing. And that's connection, frequency happens, right? Same mutual values, same connection. No, ideally, you remove your past story and programming that would keep you from like sabotaging or bailing and giving up on love. So given that you've done the work to do that, and that you can actually attract that love and hold it and choose it every single day. So that setting as a foundation, first and foremost, if that vibration brings two people together, the goal is to grow and keep transcending the next version of you, to raise in your own consciousness and your own growth. If for whatever reason, and that's where frequency, right? Energy matches energy. Like energy matches like energy. So if for whatever reason a partner is moving faster, right? Transcending faster, then it's up to the other partner to keep up, right? You can help each other totally. That's partnership. So sometimes you might be out of sync a little bit, and it's your jobs to kind of like help each other up, Now, a partner can descend down or stay stagnant, and another partner can have the value of continued growth. And so if fear gets in the way and they either want to stay stagnant or, God forbid, revert back, hashtag cognitive dissonance again, and make whatever excuses for that because it feels safe and right, and we're all going through a crazy time right now, and so staying or reverting back just might feel safe, and it's too scary to be vulnerable. It's too scary to like level up. It's too scary. But ideally, you keep leveling up. You break through your fears. You help each other break through your fears. You don't unpack your baggage, right? Each other's bags, but you can help each other unpack your bags. So the energy keeps continuing to stay in sync as you continue to grow. So that being said, you said, oh, I don't know if my partner's in Miami. The partner that would match the vibration that you're wanting isn't yet in alignment because there might be something blocking you to receive that. So the frequency of that partner can't come in, like it can't sync up because energies sync with each other or they don't. Right? Like this is physics. Like they're either going to sync at the same vibration or something is going to have that gap be there. And if there's too big of a gap, they can't find each other. Right? You could meet and then there could be too big of a gap, like one descends down and the other wants to keep going, right? And it's like you can't pull the other one up. So this person could be in Miami. But if that gap of what you're saying you want, this is the values, this is the vision, this is not the bullshit checklist, right? This is not the like superficial, shallow checklist. No, like we're up to playing like the deep love or get the F out. Like it's just, let's level up the game. Come on, the aliens are here. Pretty sure we can level up the game on love now. No, I mean, yeah, give some hearts if we're like ready for that. Let's stop hurting each other. And the way we got to do that is shifting our own vibration so that we can have more people, right? More high vibration to continue growing with each other, to continue helping each other up. This is like micro and macro. This is romantic relationships to friendships, to businesses, to cultural, to global. This is not just one conversation. So I love that you're kind of asking this question and I'm able to kind of use it in the full big picture, right? So this is you and this is everything. So I love that. Thank you, baby, for letting me just use this for that. And hopefully you're getting like, tell me if that resonates for you, right? Like if the gap is too far, then you got to be able to close that gap. Because you can't tell me that in Miami, there's not one person who's going to match the vibration of what you're saying that you want love to be. But you also have to be at that level of vibration in order to match at that level. So if for whatever reason you're not, there's a gap. Close the gap, right? We talk about that like business. We talk about that in everything. Close the gap. And I know you're really great at business, so you know what I'm talking about in that. Okay, let me scroll down and see. You guys are still laughing at me. I love it. How's my phone? Last time my phone got overheated and I had to put it in the freezer. So we'll see what happens this time. Yes, I am extra spunky today. Okay, I've been taking some good melatonin. Go get some melatonin, you guys. Just as a side thing, I've talked before about EMFs coming in and it's blocking. Not blocking. God, I can't think of the scientific terminology right now. Basically, it's depleting our ability to make melatonin. Google why that's important, but everybody could just go get some melatonin to take before you go to bed and you sleep so much better. Great. So much energy today, but it's also really been like high energy day. I had a badass like group laser coaching with the girls in the membership. Like, so yeah, I'm a little just raw, no filter. The aliens are here. You know what I mean? Like, cut the bullshit. No more time for bullshit. No more time. Compassion, but no more time for bullshit. Like, come on. We can like, oh man. We got this. We got this. But let's do this. And the more that we do it, the more that we are it, the more that we vibrate at the level that we want, the more that we give other people permission to do that. It will freak them the fuck out because a lot of people won't understand how or why. And yet, if that's what we're committed to, we need to shift our commitments. Our commitments have been on, I don't know what. Our values have been on, I don't know what. And it starts with our romantic relationship. It starts with our relationship with ourselves. We got to shift our values on ourselves. We have to shift how we're committing to ourselves so that we can show up and give the level of love that we want to other people, the level of love that we all deserve and that we are all valuing of. Don't need to prove your value, but we all do need to show up and treat each other like a little bit better. This like half-assed, not a lot of effort. Like, come on. Like we got this. So the more that you can do it, the more you give other people permission to do that. And the more we all get to vibrate at the fucking high shit, despite whatever EMF is like cutting that out. That's what we're up against. Frequential warfare. We are up against frequential warfare. So if the aliens, please, pretty sure they're multidimensional and they can hear me, could please help us out and shift the effects of this EMF, because I am pretty sure that, yes, it is a contributing factor to this pandemic. Is it the only one? I don't think so, but it is a high contributing factor. And it's making us all act really crazy. Or I should say, it's just highlighting how all of our shadows really need so much love. So much love. And I don't mean that in the cheesy, go stitch it on a fucking pillow way. I mean that in the really real, like, it's okay to be vulnerable. Giving ourselves permission because we value it. Not because we think it's scary. Not because, like, just giving ourselves permission because we value it. Because we're committed to it. Yes, hearts on that. Spiritual relationship versus romantic, growth, expansion versus contraction. Exactly. It's very simple. It's very simple. We are either expanding and rising higher. No judgment. It's not a like better than, less than. It's just a different vibration. But we have to be willing to let go of any dogmatic cognitive dissonance that is across any field. That means religion, past relationships, family dynamics. Break the fucking cycle of any and all of it. That means being that leader for like a whole nother level so that we can literally get out of this weird ass shit and write like a new story and have a new movie, because the one that we are in right now is like a horror movie or something, right? We're getting really close. Like I was sitting here, I'm like, okay, so pandemic, like coronavirus, right? Like this massive like plague, right? So all the weird things that we watch in movies, okay, which by the way, the government puts into movies the stories that they already know are going to happen and play out. They have an agreement with it. If you don't know about that, go Google it, go look it up. It's a real thing. And what's the next thing that's going to happen? Because I swear to God, if zombies start coming out of like the graveyard, I'm going to laugh. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. Okay. If zombies start coming out of the graveyard, I'm done. Because it's getting laughable. It's so fucking weird. I'm on it tonight. I'm so on it. Fire is out right now. So yes, it is expand, rise higher, or stay where you're at, or drop lower, or bounce the fuck out. But either way, it's going to be this very distinct separation. And I don't like saying that because I believe that we should be coming together more now, more than ever. Looking at how things are the same. How are we the same versus how are we different? The more that we have conversations on, oh, that's different, that's not what I believe versus you believe, then it's like, oh, you don't see how we're all one? How we all come from the same, like, highest consciousness, and we're just all in these separate bodies playing out in our own personalities, a different version of the highest level of consciousness. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. And if we come from that perspective, technically then we're aliens. I mean that seriously and kind of joking. And yet at the same time, we would have to be absolutely ridiculous to not think that in the grand scheme or the grand universe that is infinitely ever expanding, that we're the only ones. Talk about narcissistic. Yep. Humans, we're the only life forms out there. It's just us. And yet there's an opportunity to rise in consciousness. Go befriend an alien and see how you level up. That's the name of the game. Okay? That's the name of the game. And I mean that half joking and half quite serious. AJ, oh my gosh. Okay, shout out to you, babe. Are you still on here, please? Please, can we do a split screen? Sometime we need to do it tomorrow. Okay, let me tell you about AJ Barrera. Please go follow this fucking badass. This home slice. Before I moved to Sedona, I'm going to tell it because it's so good. It's so good. Okay. This was when I was still I'm an actress. This is the only thing I'm supposed to be in the world. Right? Seeing life through a keyhole. And yet AJ would come over and we would sit on my front porch in Studio City talking about how, oh my God, I remember. Talking about how aliens were the next celebrity. Not even playing. That's what we said, wasn't it, AJ? Oh my God. Please still be on. Please go follow this badass because he does amazing channeling for the other side. So he does, why can't I think of it right now? Please, babe, put your hand up. Yes, you're still on. Okay, good. He does channeling for energies that have been passed over. So AG is a huge, I don't like the word, I don't know. Do you use the word psychic, babe? Do you use the word psychic or hyper? You're just so intuitive. Yes, let's do tomorrow. Oh my God. You guys, this would be the best conversation ever. I haven't talked to you in so long. So we would literally sit on the porch and talk about aliens and how they were coming down. And this is, what year was that? Psychic medium. Thank you, babe. I couldn't, too many things in the brain happening. Spiritual medium. Yes. So he talks to dead people. You talk to many different energies and so powerful. And I think don't you have a radio show or something like that? So super, super dear brother, please follow this man and we'll do a split screen because good God, that's going to be a fun conversation. So AJ, the aliens are here. We were talking about that in was that 10 years ago? That was over 10 years ago, right? I was I moved to Sedona in 2010. So that must have been 2009, 2008, something like that. Long ass time ago. We were talking about it then. So I feel like my phone, sorry guys, I'm feeling how hot it is because it might blast out again. I might have to put it in the freezer. Okay. So yeah, over 10 years, Jesus. So all I'm saying is if it's really come down to the fact that aliens are officially here, they've been here. Let's just be real. And if it's more known now, some people might freak out about that. But if that's more of a known, if that in itself doesn't say that our consciousness is shifting and expanding and becoming more accepting of receiving multiple different levels of consciousness, then we got to level up our game. That's just what has to happen. Yes, please go follow AJ. Hi, Jacqueline, babe. Matter is 3D and we're not. Actually, no, we're 3D. We're matter. We are matter. Okay, quick, just cliff notes. 3D is us here. 4D. AJ, you'd probably validate this. 4D is probably more with like the spiritual realm. 5D, they're levels of consciousness. So has anybody else been seeing like more waves kind of in the room, or is that just me? I don't know. That might just be me. But they're just levels of consciousness. So the fifth dimension is not a place. It's a state of consciousness. And how we get there, how we raise our consciousness, is we get rid of all of our dogmatic programming, all of our fear-based programming. You can't have higher vibration and have fear-based vibration at the same time. It's not possible. It's literally, they can't happen at the same time. We have to be willing to let one go. And that might be really scary for some. And yet, it's the next level in raising our whole consciousness. That's literally like, it doesn't get any more badass than that. Yes, you're seeing lights and things in your peripheral. So am I. Like literally, like, so I do often, and it's like way more often. It is throughout the whole room. It's like, it's always either over here. I'm like doing the dishes in my kitchen, and there's like shit walking in the living room. So what that tells me is, one, it's either the electromagnetics that are coming through because they're all over the place now. Take your melatonin. Or because we're raising in consciousness and we're going through 4D and then into 5D. 4D, if that's where like more of the spirits are, then it's gonna, like, we have to go through that. We're just going to be able to tangibly see it now. And it might freak us out because we've never seen it before. It might. So there's a lot of weird stuff. And that is why discernment has to be top priority. Your core values have to be top priority. Not being in reactionary mode from fear, but being in proactive, grounded, like inner knowingness. Get the support that you need for this. We're not meant to do this and figure this out on our own. We can't. You can't unlearn years of programming from a state of conscious aware, like you can't see what's in your blind spot of the car while trying to see through the front windshield, right? You've got one mirror, but that blind spot that's back there, you can't see that. So we have to remove all of the things that, if we have never been taught on how to do that, we need to subconsciously shift that so that it doesn't stop us from raising in that level of vibration. What we get from there, yes, we get higher levels of consciousness. What we get from there is better love and romantic relationships and family relationships. We have more conscious business relating. None of this bullshit, none of this lying, like, selfishness, like, so over it, over it. Doesn't have to be. Anybody who comes from fear, selfishness, like, it's all just cowardice. There's no courage there because there's so much fear that we try to hold on to the thing that we think is a foundation of safety, and it is a false sense of safety. And if anything, like, let go of the reins, make friends with the aliens, and like next level the shit because it's happening anyway. Yeah, and the ringing in your ears too. Okay, I'm going to recommend everybody ringing in your ears for 6 weeks. Okay, heavy metal detoxes. The ringing is half the electromagnetics that you're hearing. You might also hear like a dull ringing, like a constant dull ringing. Check your house for smart meters. This is the electromagnetics that you're hearing. You might be feeling it in your body. And it's taking us out of resonance with the natural rhythm of the planet, with Mother Nature. And it's stopping our production of melatonin in our brains. So taking the melatonin will help replace that. Melatonin is the whole thing. What's the circadian rhythm, right? That tells us when to go to sleep and when to wake up. That keeps our body in rhythm with the planet that keeps our digestion good, and your digestion's good, that's going to keep your immune system good, right? So it's literally, just take melatonin. Just go Google, right? Don't use me as Google. Go do your own research, feel into it. If you feel like it's right for you, also, right? Just feel whether it's right for you. Constantly hearing a buzzing. Yep. When I was when I lived in Sedona, my bedroom was right, like I would have my bedroom right here, and then there was another little in between mini room. And whenever I would go and stand in that mini room, it was like I would hear this high pitched, just, it sounded like nails on a chalkboard, but it was dull. So it was high pitched and dull at the same time. It was super weird. And I was like, what is that? And it was always in one spot, the same spot in the house was this dull but high pitched, like noise, screeching, beeping, whatever. I was like, what could this possibly be? I go outside, I stand in my front yard, I look up, and the satellite for our phone, for our internet, for everything was literally in that right spot. So I went and I put some holograms on it. Okay. Sovereign-Alliance, go and buy Zervana. They're holograms. I have them on my phone. You guys can see what they look like. These are the big ones for health and wellness. These are the small ones. These are all the geometry to transmute all the electromagnetics in your space, your phone. If you've got a Tesla, please go put them on your Tesla. My room is gridded with these things. Okay, so that answers the melatonin. Yes, melatonin works great, great. Derived from grapes. Okay, great, thank you. I'm not the nutritionalist, so if you guys have something, like, definitely type it in. You wear blue blocking glasses, great, awesome. Orange ones at night, perfect. You should definitely be doing that, because that we don't turn off our minds if we're doing that. If we're looking at, like, our phones have this blue light, and that basically registers that we should be awake all the time. So the blocking glasses kind of turn it to this like orange tone. Also, you can set on your phone how to change the tone, the color tones. Okay. Yes, and vitamin D. All right. Where are the stickers from? Sovereign-Alliance. It is a company that I started with my dad while I was in Sedona, making geometry using ancient Egyptian architecture. The same thing, like the pyramids, like everything that they created was all vibration based. Super, super badass. So that with some more modern geometry, because when we can, who here knows about light therapy? Light therapy, sound therapy, and angles and dimensions, specific angles, right? A pyramid is a 51-degree angle. It's a preservation frequency, right? The aliens, I could never say that before. The aliens brought down that technology. Okay, so it's alien technology. How about that? Because they gave it to the Egyptians, and then the Egyptians became known for it, right? So it's using traditional science of geometry to transmute electromagnetic frequencies. It's a frequency, right? So same as relationships, we match at frequencies, and then we get all this EMF, and it intercepts our relationships, can cause arguments, all kinds of weird stuff, right? It's programming is in there. And when we know the vibration that we don't want, and we can create the one that we do want, that's a counter wave, it literally cancels out the wave. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it acts like a filter. So think like, like a Brita filter for your water, right? You put the water in and it goes through the filter and then it comes out like clean water, right? That's kind of like what these ones do. So this is on my canister all the time because these are wellness forces. So it's kind of like how when you would write love 4 times on your water bottle, right? Or Emoto's work where the vibration would change the molecular structure of the water. We're doing that using homeopathic technology. With the holograms for EMF, it's specific angles and dimensions, but it still acts like a filter. So they're on my phone. So when my phone is radiating this electromagnetic frequencies that are harmful to my vibrational biofield, go look up the human biofield, then it acts as a filter so that by the time the wave goes through the hologram, it gets transmuted through all these different angles and dimensions. And then it comes out the other side, not harmful to me. So they are around my room, and they're on my phone, and they're on my laptop, and they're in my car. Not that anybody drives anymore. You need a relationship filter. You know what we need? I was having this conversation with my roommate. We need relationship resumes. That's what we need. Taylor, we talked about this on the group coaching membership. We need relationship resumes. I feel like we don't interview enough. We don't get the qualifications. You know, it's like if you're interviewing somebody for a job, if you're the CEO of your relationship, right? Or you're the CEO of a company. Yes, relationship holograms. I know, but they might block out entities. So if somebody's got an entity, then they might just like leave. You can also ask spirit or your guides to do that as well. Just be careful when you do, because it'll remove the people that you thought were supposed to be in alignment, and you know, just vibrations don't end up matching at that point. So if you want, creating this relationship resume, like when you're hiring for a job, right? And it's like, you need the qualifications. Like, are you good at PowerPoint? What are your basic typing skills? What's your emotional intelligence level? How long were you in the last job? Did you leave? What happened with the last job? Like, everybody needs a relationship resume, and we need to go through the interviewing process very meticulously. Vibrations always don't match, or vibrations, say that again, AJ, they do or they don't? Vibrations always, that I just said it, that the vibrations always don't match? What do you you dated a guy who had a handbook about who he was and what his values were. Cool. To filter out people. Fucking badass. Yes. So proud of that guy. Values should be like the first one. 100%. We don't come towards relationships being super, super clear on our values, right? Or sometimes people say their values and then they either change their minds and they don't tell anybody, or they're not super clear on their values, or they think they know what their values are. And it's all confusing. It's like, if we could just stop dating when we're confused and only date when we're sure, which would take getting really clear on ourselves and our own vibration, because ultimately that's going to tell you what you're going to attract anyway. Okay. Yours too. I don't know. Is there one for keeping away mixed vibes? It's getting in touch with your values. Yes, that vibrations don't always match. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Okay, let me see. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, we're at 5 minutes. Hang on. This live needs to be 5 hours. Do you guys want to learn more about the specifics of geometry and 5G and electromagnetic frequencies and how that's affecting the body, and how that like what that would? Give some hearts, give some comment yeses. Like, do you want to know about this EMF stuff and 5G and how to use the holograms, or how to use sacred geometry and the science of sacred geometry in order to support you? If you do, I will make that happen. If I get like enough, if I get 10 yeses in the comments, free, not like a thing, just like webinar, right? Bring some wisdom to yes, 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 yes. Okay, cool. So I'm going to save this. And we can create that. I will definitely create that. And we're 5 minutes in. So we're going to do, oh gosh. I'm doing these ones again, and I'll do one of the Sacred Rebels. Okay. Hi, loves. Okay. Yes, for sure. Yes, for sure. All right. We can make that happen. It was something that was kind of like on my mind, and you know, if you guys are saying yes, it's something that you want, I'll make it happen. If you really like want to be able to learn about this, it's going to be a total like nerd out session fun and playful, but like nerd out session on how this stuff works and what's really going on. Can we create a vibe meter that'll check temperatures? Girl, I don't know. It might be happening like sooner than we think, right? Like the whole checking the temperatures, like going through places to check temperatures. I don't know. Okay. Rose petals. Oh gosh, we're going to do these fast. Rose petals. Diving deeper into your consciousness, there might be a few thorns. If you're willing to get through the thorns, you're going to be able to access like the deepest states of you, in which case the highest states of consciousness. You can't reach higher states of consciousness without going into your own deepest level of intimacy. If you got intimacy blocks, you're never going to touch the sky of God. It's just not going to happen. Spring. I'm going to not take this as the season, but more springing forward. We're moving in the direction of where we want to be. We can use this opportunity right now as a springboard and a jumping off point to get further than we have ever been before. Listen to your heart in order to do that, not your head. The mindset game, done. Emotional intelligence, forefront. Timeless Earth. We're recreating Gaia. We're recreating Mama Earth. We have to be in a different relationship with her and seeing the true you. This is get rid of the false identity. There's a true you hidden through all of the programming. You guys know that's what I do. If you want support on that in relationships, please DM me. If you're starting a business or have a business and you want more confidence to share your message and help people all over the world, just like this, or through webinars and teaching and gaining more clients, then sign up for Confidence for Camera. Watch the masterclass. You get instant access to that. And weekly Soul Circle Collective laser coaching. I am doing every Tuesday at noon. The link for that is in the bio as well. If you want to jump on board, we got some badass ladies doing that. Mwah. Love you all. Have an amazing rest of your week. Bye, babes. Bye, YouTube.